Hello, this is math lesson 9-3 for Tuesday, February 16th, 2021. If you need to pause the video at any point in time to answer any questions your student may have or that the video may have, you can do so at any time. Let's get started.
Which is greater? Compare the numbers. First, compare the tens. Do 98 and 94 have the same number of tens? Yes, the tens are the same. Both numbers have 9 tens. When you compare two two-digit numbers, you first compare the tens. If the tens are the same, then you compare the ones. So, compare the ones. 8 ones in 98 is greater than 4 ones in 94. 98 has more ones than 94. So, how does 98 compare to 94?
Select your answer.
Okay, so is it 98 is greater than 94? So this is a greater than sign. I always say that it looks like an alligator's mouth, and the alligator is always very hungry and wants to eat the biggest number. So it looks like the alligator is going to eat 98 for this one. And then this one, it says 98 is less than 94, and the alligator is going to eat the 94. Well, we know that 98 is bigger or greater than 94. So it would be the top one.
"98 is greater than 94. Now compare these numbers. Do 32 and 35 have the same number of tens?
"10, 20, 30. That's what the 3 is for in the tens place. 10, 20, 30. And that's what a 3 4 is for in that tens place. So yes, they have the same amount of tens.
Yes, both numbers have 3 tens. So compare the ones. How many ones do the numbers have? 32 has 2 ones, and 35 has 5 ones. 32 has fewer ones than 35. So, how does 32 compare to 35?
Select your answer.
Okay, so the 3's in the tens place are the same. They both have 3 tens. And then we look at the ones place, 2 and 5. Now, which number is bigger, 2 or 5? And we know that 5 is bigger. So 32 is less than 35 because 35 is bigger than 32.
32 is less than 35. Why do you have to compare the ones to compare 32 and 35? Both numbers have the same number of tens. The ones are compared only if the tens are the same number. Comparing numbers is a blast.
Okay, you need to be in your math workbook volume 2, and please turn to page 509, page 509. Okay, if you're on page 509, it should look like this. All right, let's read the directions and find out what we have to do. It says, how can place value blocks help you decide which number is larger? Circle the number that is larger. Okay, let's use longs and cubes to figure out which one is bigger. All right, I want you to write the numbers again down here. Now, instead of drawing out all the blocks, we're just going to use lines and dots. Now remember, a line is worth 10 and a dot is worth 1. So 37. So if we look in the tens place, there are 3 tens. 1, 2, 3, and 7 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now for 73, if we look at the tens place, there are 7 tens. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the ones place, there are 3 ones. 1, 2, 3. Now we need to look at these lines and dots to see which number is bigger. Well, let's look at the tens first because those are the biggest. The first one, 37, there's 1, 2, 3 tens. Now let's look at the 7 and 73. 7 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we know that 7 tens is bigger than 3 tens. So we know that right now 73 is the biggest number. Now, if you look at the ones place, yes, the 7 is bigger than the 3 in this ones place, but these are only ones. You really want to look at the tens. Okay, whoever has the most tens is the bigger number. And 73 obviously has more tens than 37. So 73 is the biggest number. Okay? All right, if you're good on that page, please turn to the next page. All right, at the top, they're showing you greater than, less than, just like they did in the video. And we're going to be doing that down here at the bottom. Okay? It says write a number to match each model, then circle is greater than or is less than. Okay, so the first one, let's count by tens first, and then we'll count by ones to see what the number is. Ready, go. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78. Okay, so trace 78. All right. The next number, let's count by tens again. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 51, 52, 53. All right. 53. All right, now we need to decide, is 78 greater than 53 or is 78 less than 53? Now remember, greater than means it's bigger. Less than means it's smaller. So is 78 bigger than 53 or is 78 less than 53? And we know if we look at our number grid, I always use a number grid. If we look at our number grid and we look at 78 is down here, right here, and 53 is up here. Now, the further down you get on the number grid, the bigger the number is. So 78 is farther down than 53, so we know that 78 is greater than or is bigger than 53. All right, try number 2 on your own, and then we'll go through it in a minute. Okay, let's try number 2. First, we need to count up the blocks to figure out what each number is. Okay, let's start with this one first. Start with the tens always. Ready, go. 10, 20, now count by ones. 21, 22, 23, 24. All right, so write 24 in the blank. Okay, next one, count by tens. 10, 20, now by ones. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. All right, now, on this one, let's look at the tens and ones place. Now, the tens place, there's 2 tens. The tens place here, there's 2 tens, so they're the same. Now, let's look at the ones place. 4 ones and 9 ones. So which one is greater, 4 or 9? Well, we know that 9 is bigger than 4. Okay, so 24, is it bigger than or greater than 29? Or is 24 less or smaller than 29? Well, we know that 24 is less than 29. If we look at our number grid, here's 24 and here's 29. The farther to the right the numbers go, the bigger they get. So we know that 29 is bigger than 24. Okay, so 24 is less than 29. All right, if you're good with that page, please look at the next page. All right, I want you to do numbers 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So the top 6 up here. All right, it's just like we did on the page before. Count these up, start with the tens and then the ones, write the numbers in the blank, and then figure out, is this number greater than or is this number less than this number? Okay, do the top. You have to do the top. The bottom is up to you, it's your choice, but you have to do the top 6. Okay, when you're done with the top 6 on page 511, you can do a few problems on page 512. There are also problems on page 513, and you can also do some problems on page 514. Remember, you don't have to do them all, just pick a couple from each page or one from each page. Just give you a little extra practice. All right, when you're done with your workbook pages, please do the quick check on the Savas website. Please do not get behind. It's tough to catch up. And that's it for today. Thank you.